Let's
Thank
see.
you.
Hold on. All right, all set. And tonight, Miss Gagan come in early. I set her at the cohort, and she got kicked
Mhm.
out again. So I cannot control it. I'm sorry.
Is there any way we can fix this? 'Cause I was hoping she was
I
going to
think
listen.
her connection is not that good, so that's why she got kicked out, and she tried to get back in. As the room is full, so
Hmm.
I cannot do anything. But she just say like enjoy the room. She get video, and she will watching it later.
And still, these technologies are not the best.
Yeah.
But in any case, we have to continue. So tonight we'll be holding a very important and crucial communication meeting. So, and I hope every member will attend. Not every, but most of us, of course, here via Zoom, unfortunately. Right. Would be better to meet offline. I understand it, but during this period, unfortunately, it's impossible, merely impossible. So, right. And I also urge everyone to listen attentively to today's meeting. This is very crucial, not only for your personal financial security, but also for the stability of the entire team and our upcoming critical IPO phase. So many people selectively receive information, but today I hope you listen with a sense of responsibility, of course, and you represent not only yourself but also your team, right? So how much you understand and comprehend today actually determines not only your ability to uh, accurately convey the correct information, but also the future of the team, whether it leads to steady development or unnecessary risks due to cognitive basis. So, therefore, so please treat today as a meeting you must understand and digest, not just something you passively listen to while cooking something in the kitchen. All right, so please pay attention. I really hope you'll. All right, so it's time for weekly Zoom meeting call again, as usual. So to be honest, we've faced quite a few things this week, and each one has been crucial. So the most significant issues which everyone's been concerned about is inability to log into the DSJ's website. So secondly, there's a series of chain reactions stemming from the phenomenal progress of this IPO, because it's the first time for us to do that. We faced uh, some circumstances, but we'll manage this. So this IPO also has undeniably garnered enormous attention, friends, and influence globally. So, in fact, it has far exceeded our expectations, by the way, because this has directly resulted in me working over 20 hours a day lately, yet I still feel like I don't have enough time. This also illustrates that our overall development is entering a very crucial and rapid phase. Okay, so let's focus on these two key points first. So first, since we officially announced the IPO, it has indeed garnered significant attention and participation globally. So, however, I've also noticed that many people still don't really understand what adding a permanent signal really means. So, if you haven't realized its importance, there's only one fundamental reason you haven't truly grasped the power of compound interest. It's just like when you gain an extra opportunity for compound interest each day, it's not just about making one more transaction, right? So it means your income structure has changed. Your income has an increased potential for growth every day. Not only is your principal working for you, but your daily earnings are also constantly creating new returns. Um, this core compound interest and one of the most crucial and powerful growth logics in the financial industry. So you'll discover fundamental truths in the early stages, a compound interest, you're pushing the snowball, right? But in the later stages, the snowball is pushing you in return. This is how it works. well, simply put it. So those who truly make a lot of money aren't necessarily smarter. There's those who didn't choose to leave prematurely when the snowball was still small, but preserved and completed the process, of course. So if you haven't seen a particularly obvious result yet, but you're anxious, you're likely the snowball isn't big enough. It's not at this stage where you're supposed to be right now, but this stage is the easiest to give up on. But it's also precisely the most crucial one, the crucial stage. So there's really only one thing you need to do. Keep going and keep doing the right thing. So this is precisely the core meaning behind this event, co-hosted by BG Wells, Sharon, and DSJ. And by now you should have a clearer understanding of what compound interest truly means and where its real power lies, right? So looking back at each of our events and strategies, they have never been um, just as simple plans, right? But rather guided by a very clear logic and development direction. So on the surface, this appears to be about expanding into global markets and increasing transactions activity. But at deeper level, it's about giving more ordinary people the opportunity to participate and gain a more stable development path, and of course, continuous profit opportunities. This is not merely an expansion of business, but um, an extension and amplification of a value system, right? So, of course, we must also be clear that the outside world may not view all of this from the same perspective. As the platform's influence continues to grow and traffic continues to accumulate, so every action we take will be amplified, interpreted, and even misunderstood. So, in such an environment, different opinions are normal and inevitable. So, right, so some abnormalities. So, but more importantly, we ourselves must understand that external judgments are often based on incomplete information, and only we who are actively involved truly understand the whole picture and the whole process, of course. So, therefore, instead of arguing, let's verify with results. Instead of being swayed by emotions, let's return to the facts. So a truly mature participant should possess the ability to think independently and make judgments based on facts, only facts. Okay, let's talk about the DSJ's login URL, right? As I mentioned before, before this meeting, so the overall buzz surroundings this event is unprecedented, right? This concentrated surge in traffic caused the DSX login URL to experience unexpected anomalies in a short period. So, however, I hope everyone can look at this from a different perspective. Behind every problem lies just a larger change in the making. So this time the problem isn't fundamentally a system malfunction, but rather a surge in traffic. So here I need to clarify as DSJ's global user base continues to grow. The platform now boasts over 2 million users right now, right? And during peak hours, a large number of users simultaneously accessing the login portal can easily lead to congestion, right? So furthermore, the high frequency of access may trigger network security systems, resulting in risk warning, etc. So one crucial reason is that a large number of users are using the same entry at the same time. Of course, it triggering the system's anomaly warnings and restriction mechanisms, right? You know, all these programs installed against bots and everything. So even sometimes for me, it's hard to log into my mail because I have to prove that I'm not a robot, and I just simply give up with all these quiz and stuff. So in other words, it's because the project is so popular, so too many people are using it, not because it's unusable. So of course, DSJ underwent an emergency upgrade and maintenance just yesterday. So after this round of optimization, I believe everyone can clearly feel that the overall login situation has improved significantly since the DSJ's website was updated. So, and more members are familiar with and able to use the new login link. So successfully completing the login and trading operations, of course. Also, want to tell you that during this period, many people haven't experienced a single instance of being unable to trade due to website login failure. So the reason is simple. It wasn't a problem for them because it involves their own interests. They know what to do. Do not worry. So, and however, at the same time, we must objectively recognize a real issue. Currently, some members haven't yet developed a habit of regularly checking on the bond chat group. Of course, I know about that. Therefore, when they can't get the latest login and URL immediately, they easily experience unnecessary panic and worry, right? Instead of scrolling the chat up. So in fact, the essence of this problem isn't the system, but your cognition and habits. So since you've chosen to join BG World Sharing, you should be responsible for your commitment, of course. And every day, I will continuously share the latest information, market dynamics, and investment philosophy, and knowledge enhancement, of course. Content in the Bond Chain Group, please check it out. Don't be lazy. It shouldn't take a lot of your time. So this content is not just a notification, but the best way for you to truly understand BG, improve yourself, and build your judgment, of course. And of course, once you start actively learning, you'll gradually build your own cognitive system. You'll clearly know how to correctly log in into DSJX and how to operate it, no longer relying on others. This process is like getting a brand new mobile phone. If you only use it to make calls and send texts, its value is severely underestimated. So only when you're willing to study to become familiar with it and develop it can you truly make it create greater practical value for you, right? Because it's true. Right now we have so many new devices, but we don't pay attention to it. Maybe it could change our lives for better or for worse, who knows? But in any case, here I'd also like to take this opportunity to carefully outline a few things for you. We must do after joining BG World Sharing, right? So first, you must develop the habit of regularly following bone chain, please. It's very crucial because this is currently BG World Sharing, Sharing's only official information channel and our only core communication platform. So all important notices, meeting schedules, trading analysis, and investment philosophies will be released in the group immediately. So, and I will explain and analyze the day's trading codes in the group every day, while also continuously sharing the underlying logic of investment and financial management. So often the answers to your questions can be found simply by looking at the group. And because most of the questions are the same from different people. So you'll find your answer even if other person asks this question. So secondly, after you begin learning and understanding, it's crucial to maintain continuous communication and of course, connection with your team, right? So everyone needs to learn and grow in stages, maintaining interaction with your team. It's the most basic and important requirement. So only through continuous participation and communication can you truly absorb the experience and growth path for your leaders, right? And outstanding team members, right? Thereby continuously strengthening yourself and becoming more capable, right? You learn from the best and to be the best, right? So copying the success of others often allows you to progress faster, right? So, in fact, observant individuals will notice that when faced with problems or unexpected situations, the most prone to panic and anxiety are often those who have never truly learned, right? So why? Because they don't know what to do, because they simply don't know what should they do, how to begin, and everything like that. So from day one, they relied on their team leaders and never proactively learning or understanding, right? So some had even been with BG for 6 months or a year or more, still didn't understand the most basic operational procedures yet, so unfortunately. And this is not only responsible towards their own investment career and their funds, but also towards their team leaders, towards the BG organization itself, and even more so towards their own future, their families and everything, their plans. Therefore, since you've chosen to join BG, please take this choice seriously. Love it, understand it, and through continuous learning, grow into a truly capable and responsible participant, even even a future leader, right? So there's a saying, I've always agreed with God is faith to everyone. We are all born with two eyes, so 2 ears and one mouth, right? Essentially, he wants you to see more, listen more, speak less, and learn more. So this world is, in a sense, is fair. Everyone has one head, two hands, and everything, right? We're all the same. But we live in the same earth, and time is exactly the same for everyone, right? So as long as you're willing to put in the effort, you have the opportunity to fight for your own life, right? Because no one will do it for you. I've saw a lot of examples myself when people just gave up for no reason, maybe depression or something else, I don't know, but they always try to avoid the chances that I give it to, unfortunately. And there were no reason because it's irresponsible in front of yourself, first of all. So, but in any case, in this world, from another perspective, it's also unfair. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, right? Receives a different education, has different cognitive foundations, right? And fortunately, however, there is one thing that can be changed, right? Your cognition. And the only way to change your cognition is through continuous learning, of course. So if you haven't yet developed the habit of following bond chats and start at the start of a day, I hope you'll take this seriously. And of course, treat it as a daily essential discipline. So because this is not just about reading information, but about laying the foundation for your future. Because first you work for your education, that education works for you. Next, I must discuss with you the issue of delayed deposits and withdrawals on DSJ. This part is crucial. I know it because we've talked with Linda about it right now. So before the meeting. So, and I hope everyone can truly understand it right now. So let me just explain. So why do some people receive the funds within 24 hours on DSJ while others have waited 2 or even 7 days? That's unfortunate, but yeah, it's true. First, the DHX withdrawals are processed strictly according to the order of submission. So every withdrawal, especially large ones, requires DHX customer service and assistant teams to verify the account information. Right. So after confirming everything is correct, will the formal withdrawal process begin? Given the current high volume of applications. So the queue itself is significantly lengthened as usual, more than usual, this is an objective reality. So secondly, accounts that haven't received funds within 3 or 7 days are likely involved in additional review process. So primarily including the following situations, like, let me check, I made a note because I talked to them, just be more precise in this matter. So yeah, because first is large withdrawals, right, exceeding 50% of the account principal, especially accounts with almost no withdrawal history that suddenly make large withdrawals require stricter identity and operational security verification. So now, next, number two is first withdrawal must complete a high level of authentication process and verify identity with relevant personnel to ensure it is indeed the account holder making the operation. So next, number three is changing the previously linked wallet addresses constitutes a change in the destination of funds and must be verified also and confirmed again. So next reason of number four is frequent and multiple withdrawal requests within a short period will be automatically flagged as abnormal, right? So basically the abnormal activity, it's not very usual. So the system requires further verification to confirm whether it represents a user's true intention, right? So basically, these are some of the main reasons why some members experience withdrawal delays. However, I need to make it very clear. All withdrawals that comply with the procedures will eventually be credited to your account. The existence of these review standard is essentially to ensure the maximum security of each member's funds. So just think about it. If your funds were stolen or lost without any prior inquiry during your withdrawal process, that would be truly irresponsible towards your funds. So thirdly, and most importantly, the overall impact of this IPO's activity has far exceeded normal levels, right? So currently, tens of thousands of people worldwide are simultaneously making deposits and withdrawals daily. So resulting in a workload increase, not just slightly, but rather large scale, I would say. So under such pressure, the review process, current mechanisms as well, and actual dis disbursement speed will, of course, all naturally be lengthened. So just try to be patient. Of course, I want to emphasize again, delays do not mean funds cannot be received. Delays are a normal phenomenon under extreme pressure. It's progress and improvement and refinement of the system, basically. So therefore, especially during this period, please avoid emotional actions and frequent repetitive applications. Doing so will not speed things up, but will only further burden the system and accelerate cognition in the overall review process, right? So what you need to do most right now is to be patient and follow the normal procedures. Your money will arrive when it's due, right? So let's be patient as usual. So, because we are about to get to another stage, another phase of this whole plan of IPO. So I hope you can understand it. I know it's not pleasant, but this is what we have to do. Even I sometimes have to wait in the queue, some reasons, but I'm okay with it. For example, if you go to buy some coffee in Starbucks or whatever, you see a line of people right over there. They can't just serve you right away. Sometimes there's not too many people in front of you, but the problem is that the personnel is not very experienced sometimes, right? But this is not the case. We have a huge line, so please wait and be patient. And also to summarize, the logic is quite simple. Just like when you go to the bank to transfer money, it might be completed quickly when there are fewer people, right? It's the same same example. But during peak times, such as holidays, you need to wait in line longer or even make an appointment in advance. So this isn't because the bank won't process your request, but because there are too many people naturally slowing down the process. And therefore, it's normal for deposits and withdrawals to basically experience some delays in the next couple of days. So please remain patient and stay rational. Every sum of money will eventually arrive safely in your respective wallets. So the drifting clouds evoke the wondrous thoughts, right? The setting sun and the affection of old friends, these remind us to be sincere. Even mountains and seas may crumble, but a promise made will never be broken. This tells us to keep our word. So there are no merely poetic verses, but the fundamental logic of conduct. So relationships between people sometimes begin with a simple expression, continues through long years of interaction, and ultimately are truly tested and just solidified by the word trust. Right? I think trust is the most important thing in our life, in marriage, relationships, and work, of course, and even here in Beijing, we do appreciate it. Just like I said before, the ocean is vast because it embraces all rivers. Right? So don't let a single investment make you constantly suspicious and wavering, because that's just not what you're supposed to do. So when you truly begin to trust BG Sharon, you'll find that everything starts to change. Resources will gravitate towards you, right? So opportunities will concentrate on you, and wealth will gradually flow to you. So investing, in essence, is about investing in people, right? The direction of a tree is determined by the wind, but the direction of a person is determined by themselves, right? So to become a certain kind of person, you must first associate with that kind of people and enter the kind of circle, a certain circle you want to be. Because a person's energy field is crucial, right? The energy circle you in determines the direction of your life. You basically you'll find that outstanding people always bring positive energy and can calmly solve any problem at any time, right? So who you are isn't that important. What truly matters is the kind of people you associate with, right? So instead of repeatedly wasting time with people of limited visions, grow together with people of broader vision. Environment determines your potential. So your circle creates the gap between you and others, right? I've always said this, as long as I still own this bread machine, I will continue to make bread for each member, right? So in other words, as long as this system is operating, everyone will have the opportunity to reap their own share of the rewards and benefits, right? Many team members have asked me this question, like, how exactly does one become an excellent leader and achieve true success in business group? Well, the answer is, as usual, simple, yet crucial in business groups. So how much money you earn ultimately depends on just two words, right? Belief and belief. And behind belief, the most essential word is faith, right? So what will a person ultimately become? What kind of person do you want to become? Behind all this lies the level of faith, right? Of course, you cannot only rely on the company because we cannot do the work for you. It's your job to do. We just have here to support you and guide you, to teach you and to assist you. But the most hard work is upon your shoulders. Becoming a millionaire of multimillionaires is because you possess confidence, of course. This is how you enter BG or any other organization, because people get attracted to the system, to the energy you have. They can see it, they can feel it. Achieving greater heights is because you have belief, of course. And when the people see it in you, they slowly attracted to you in this sense, not another. And those who truly create hundreds of millions in wealth are those who have formed a two-word belief in this matter. So why haven't you truly achieved that breakthrough yet? The reason is straightforward. You may not even have a truly established the most basic trust, probably. Confidence means you're willing to give this matter 3 years and believe there will be results after 3 years, right? So belief means you believe this matter will still hold true. Then, of course, be worth persistent and overall a 5 or 10 year cycle. And faith is a leader of is a leader of leveling. So right is more like a deeper level of identification, a persistence, and directions that can last for a lifetime. The believer is believing, then this matter will be fine for 5, 10 years or something like that. So I've also emphasized the one sentence belief is a universal starting point, right? Because every idea, every great achievement of humanity or whatsoever, any invention started with a belief. So when you have the ability to believe in others, you truly have the qualification to enter this stage and achieve results here, of course. So when we unfold the long scroll of time, we'll find that there is a fundamental quality of life called sincerity, right? There is a power that can transcend cycles called trust. Well, okay, I must be honest, the workload these past few days has been heavier than ever before. So I'm also very tired. Sometimes I'm maybe speaking a lot. Maybe someone won't understand me. But in any case, I hope you're really trying to understand me, what I'm trying to, what kind of message I'm trying to push here. So therefore, I want to tell everyone there's nothing shameful about openly admitting that money is important, right? So because some people are just not pretty good with this. They're denying it. So no one can exist independently in this world without money, right? So a large part of our adults' confidence essentially comes from money. No one is an exception, right? If you have, for example, elderly parents and young children to support, you don't even have the right to collapse from exhaustion. When income is low and savings are low and depleted, your life easily becomes cautious. So precarious and filled with anxiety, right? So therefore, if you want to live a more relaxed and confident life, you must improve your ability to withstand life's risks. And a large part of this ability comes from accumulating assets. Your attitude towards money will ultimately determine the height of your life, whether you like it or not. This is a reality. A wealthy life offers more choices and greater freedom, but money never comes to you automatically. It only flows to those who are willing to put in the effort and take sustained actions. Right. It also comes from the responsibility that you're holding. So if you truly want to change your current situation, please don't rely solely on a fixed salary. Just getting by will only lead to long-term anxiety and stagnation, because if you're working for someone, you never know if you're going to be fired today or tomorrow, right? So even still, you have the anxiety, even if they promised you a contract for 20, 50 years or so. Similarly, don't focus all your energy on how to save money. Instead of desperately trying to save money, focus on improving your ability to earn money, right? It's not money are not just about saving them, but they're just to earn them. So when you spend the time, you spend researching how to save money and how to earn more money, your life will undergo a fundamental change. So life is short and fleeting, right? Spending money is an instinct right now. and in money is a skill, especially these days. Now, I sincerely hope that what I've shared tonight can help everyone reduce maybe confusion, overcome inner hesitation, and step out of the complacent state. So for the rest of our lives, may every member of our BG Will Sharing family will not be enslaved by material possessions, nor troubled by money. So having savings in your account and inner confidence, uh, not only know how to spend money, but also has the ability to continuously earn it. And by the way, yeah, I have some good news to share today. Our large-scale offline event in May is now officially in the preparation. I completely forgot about it. I should have started with this one. And resource allocation are progressing simultaneously and systematically. So this time we've chosen Ontario, a core city in the United States. This is not just a simple location selection, but it represents a significant step forward in the platform's global expansion, right? So Ontario, as a highly international city, possesses immense influence and reach. So holding our event there sends a very clear signal. BGUL sharing is moving to a larger stage and entering even higher level of development. So this event will be larger in scale than any previous one. I promise you that it's not just about the increased number of participants, um, because we could just simply manage these events just in the open field in order for everybody to come to join. But it's not just about numbers, but more importantly, a comprehensive upgrade in overall standards from the venue to the process, from the guest to the content, there will be noticeable improvement. And I can say that this event you've participated in the past were just the beginning. This time, what we are going to do is push the entire level up to another dimension, allowing every participant to truly experience what BG Well sharing strengths really means. Often, a single environment can drastically alter a person's state of mind. And that's precisely when the true value of offline events lies. We also want to support our newcomers because they want to establish a team or they want to reach level one, but they do have some hesitations inside because they have not a very good feedback from their friends they try to invite. So this is a great opportunity for you to bring your friends, your potential members of your team on this event, just to show them who we are, and what we're doing. So regarding the prizes, we've also made a comprehensive upgrade this time. Compared to previous times, the rewards prepared for this event will be richer and more attractive. So, and we hope that through this approach, every participant can feel valued, and recognized. So, and also because your efforts shouldn't only be reflected in the final result, but also in the timely feedback and affirmation throughout the process. So this time, the rewards are not merely material, but also a symbol of honor and recognition of status. So also I can reveal an important point in advance. I myself will be arriving to the United States at the end of May, and if time permits. I hope so. I hope I make it this time. So this time I will not only be present, but also will engage in face-to-face communication and in-depth interaction with everyone, right? So, and I hope that through this approach, everyone can truly see and hear me. And just, I want you to understand what I mean, our BG logic, our BG philosophy, because it means more than money for me, more than that. And many things can be communicated online, but true deep trust is often built face to face, right? So that's why we are managing these so our centers, right? We have more than 200 of them right now. Okay, so basically, that's it for tonight. I hope every member of the family can gain new insights and reflections from this meeting, and I hope I answered your questions regarding IPO and withdrawals and everything like that. All right, Linda, would you like to add something? Because I'm about to go.
Thank you, Professor, and thank you everyone to join us tonight. Last week we learned very important lesson from you is have yourself first before have somebody else. And this week is another lesson we should to learn is be patient. As a leader, first of all, we have to be grow and the trust because today very clear message is everything is beginning with the trust. Just think about when you start to join BG because you trust the people who introduce BG to you, right? And then when you come in here, you trust professional. Like I myself, very first time when I joined in and I decide to give myself one more trust, even like I get burned down before. And I want to share for 20 years, I worked hard as a nail technician. And, whatever I make for that 20 years, it's just when I joined BG, I put all my trust in him and in the process. And just only 1 year, I achieved whatever I've been working hard for 20 years. So a lot of people have been thinking like, Professor is an AI, and even like they say Linda is an AI too, but actually we are the human in here. We feel the people, we understand how your guy
Relation.
panic when you worry because out there are a lot of outside voice will drag you down somewhere. So just believe in yourself. Just only when you believe in yourself, you start with your trust and you commit with your trust, you will achieve whatever in here because I am right here. I can tell you in 1 year I achieve whatever I've been working hard for last 20 years. So just believe in the system and just be patient. One a little bit more and everything like Professor always keep his word and you can see like he work like 16, 20 hours a day. So we very
I hope it would be
appreciate.
25 hours a day. I hope. I
No,
could
you
work
need
more.
time to take rest too, because like I myself always like tell my team just pray for him because it's nothing can be happen to you because you always empathize us like on your shoulder we have like more than 600 member worldwide, 600,000 member worldwide.
Almost 700 members now.
Yes, like you shared with me yesterday, like in Friday on the IPO, we have more than 100,000 people join in. So just be patient because everyone is put. I understand professor and everyone, even like DSJ staff, like put 200% effort because you can tell like I'm just up in the morning and he's up already. About time I go to bed, he's still online. So he work like 16, 24 hours, 20 hours a day. So just be patient a little bit more because the more you push, the more you send a lot of message to assistant. So you put more work for them. So just be patient, wait for your turn. I never see him like he's always keep his word. So just when we come, we start with the trust. So just commit with our trust. Okay. And like today, as usual, we have the full people in our Zoom, like 5,000 people. And I still see like 1,000 people waiting at the gate. So I feel so sorry when the people cannot join in tonight to see him on live. So as usual, I will upload the recording in shortly. So thank you, everybody. And I wish you have the good night in the US and a good day in other side of the world. And we will start with the new week with full energy. And tomorrow is the last day for the IPO listing signal. So go ahead and grab your opportunity. Thank you. And we will see you next section, next Sunday at 8 p.m. as usual.
It's regarding belief and trust, because trust, my friends, is the most valuable currency here for us, especially right now, because it's very difficult to earn trust. We would not risk to losing it, believe me, because you should do only one thing, one little thing to destroy the trust, but you should do 10 or even 100 times more to earn trust. It's not very easy to build, right?
Yes,
So
it's
believe me,
hard. It's hard to build the
it's
trust
I
nowadays.
heard that even, yeah, because DSJ don't want to fail because he tried to explain this matter to me. They said, just explain it to your BG members. I said, why don't you try to explain it to them? But okay, that is my responsibility. But I know that they even hired an additional staff right now just to resolve these problems and all these matters right now as soon as possible. So just be patient, friends. All will be well. All right. So see you next week, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, everybody. See you
Thank
in
you,
next
Linda.
section. Bye bye.